Welcome to the 5th annual GMTK Game Jam. This is a game development marathon where you have 48 hours to build a game, and it's got to adhere to a certain theme. I'm sure you've been dying to know what this year's theme is, so here we go. This year, for 2021, the theme is Joined Together. I want to see games where at least two elements are connected together in some way. What does it mean for them to be joined? What does it mean for that connection to break? As always, you can interpret this theme however you like. It doesn't have to be a literal physical connection, for example. The GMTK Jam is about design, innovation, and creativity, so we're looking for games that really run with this idea and surprise us. Remember, games can be made alone or in teams. You can use whatever tools you like as long as you can upload a game playable on Windows or in browsers to itch.io. You can use any art and music that you have the legal right to use, but the majority of code should be written during the 48-hour window. And you can make games in any genre you like. If you need help or just some friendly people to talk to, the GMTK Discord is now open to all jammers. But before you ask about the rules, please check gmtkgamejam.com for all the details. Okay, I'd better let you get started. Best of luck, and have fun.
Let's go back and see what was his exact words there, because I heard the theme and then my mind went elsewhere. So,
All right, we're here, getting ready in just under 15 minutes here. Jeff Keighley's assembled collection of trailers and guests will be here in an attempt to blow our minds, to knock our socks off.
I took them off in preparation.
It's a good call. It's better to get ready. If I go shoeless or barefoot too long, it just does a number on my feet. So I got to wear shoes around the house.
It's fair. That's a fair thing. Yeah.
It's been a long year at home. We know a handful of the things that are going to be shown here, seemingly, or we know or think we know, I guess, because Keighley himself of the Game Awards has teased some of this stuff, like a new season for Call of Duty, Season 4. They're going to have some details on that, as well as something around the Warzone esports stuff.
Okay.
There is a countdown timer on a Gearbox or 2K owned site that seems to line up with leaks pointing to a Borderlands spin-off about Tiny Tina, which it's like someone put Wonderlands seems to be the going name going around for that. And I feel like if you were trying to make the least appealing sounding thing for me, a Borderlands spin-off starring Tiny Tina, boy, you can't get much more perfect than that. God damn.
Horseman Kryptonite.
It's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Even if
what are Coach Cock Media going to talk about, Jeff?
They've got their own media. They have a separate thing. They've got Cock Primetime.
Excuse me?
Cock Prime.
You heard me. No, they've got a. I think they have a separate thing here, but yeah, I think you're right. I think if you look at something like the Game Awards where they've got like one or two things that seem like genuinely Jess Margera skateboarding Tony Hawk thing, where he seemed to imply there was another Tony Hawk game, which
I don't think
they had a bunch of.
They've been info heavy on those types of like festivals, as a word, as opposed to just like putting out a bunch of demos. So I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah, they did video programming. Last year they did video programming.
Oh, really?
It was like imagine streaming, but just like with a structure. Like it wasn't a press conference or anything like that.
Less than a minute?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm behind.
Yeah, 45 seconds, 44, 43.
Oh geez, I'm like 105.
Oh man.
Whoa, Jason.
no hearts I noticed for my human owner dies and dog sits there forever. Super sad idea.
this is. Some smart people out there making games, man.
Oh, beautiful.
I want to eat too much and get fat, but in the game.
Yep. But in the game.
I'm terrified.
I don't know how much you can say, but can you give us any
thanks.
sense of kind of where your mind's at right now, what you're thinking about, some of the themes or the ideas?
What was that noise?
You are the box.
Is that it kind of, is it shadow bows? Is that kind of look a little bit like?
Yeah.
So what do you think? 60 FPS version or
There
whatever
you have
upscaled
it. Death
version with some
Stranding
cool bits?
director's cut finally confirmed.
Yeah.
I hope I make it
levels.
into the director's cut. I'm told the full reveal is just weeks away.
No, that's
Stay
why
tuned.
they're doing
All right,
this.
Next.
It's a beautiful game. And if I'm not wrong, I think this is a new song. I don't think I've heard this of hers.
Nope, they got the fans going.
Oh yeah. I want to see this hijacked gulag she was speaking about.
Do what you are told, and you get to live.
Oh,
Sweaty
okay,
guy.
sweaty
Yeah.
man.
I knew you were a smart one. Secure the site.
What?
Cold War just turned hot.
Cold War so hot right
Rename
now.
the game, please. Black Ops Hot
Yeah.
War.
Hot War Summer.
And in the sprite renderer, we have a color parameter. It acts as a multiply, so since our sprite is white, we can easily tint it. Let's tint it green to simulate some sort of grass texture. And increase the size just to occupy our camera. So as you can see, the camera is correctly displaying our 2D background sprite. So another thing that is useful in pre-standard is
In this video, we're going to look at how we can use here using assets from the Lost Crypt would cause our other offset and an appearance of depth. Assets from the Lost Crypt, made by Unity. These assets are available for you. Now,
Hey everybody, this is Gain. Try and connect this up, so I'm going to get this a full reflection over here. Now, that we want to use in our scene. And how we're going to do that is we're going to add another camera
It's
into
only
our
a
scene
year
here,
old. How is this already
and then we're
fucking
going to
outdated?
capture what that camera is seeing, obviously, and send it out to a render
Not even,
texture
it's like-
that's going to redraw the same image.
This
at
is
the
why I
bottom
find
of the
Unity
screen.
so annoying.
So for that,
Literally everything, almost everything. It's the same except for that. That one thing that I need to be able to do it. Output target.
and then we have a slot here for our render texture, so I'm going to click and drag our render texture into there. And now in our camera view, you see we get a nice little preview of the camera here. This camera, I'm going to change this to texture, and then we have a slot here for our render texture. So
I'm not even sure that it's not working though. Let me. Well, here's Unity. Let's do Unity. Here's every Unity thing. I look up a tutorial. I get 2 minutes in. Oh, something's changed in the UI in this bloated, fucking ridiculous UI. Unity, camera output.
So we'll get a bit of the bridge that we can see as well. So everything this camera can see is what we're going to use to reflect in our water. So with that done, then I can go and go to my water texture here, and with my water render texture selected, you can see now this is showing what the camera can see.
Oh no, I don't want to do any of that actually, because that might accidentally rotate it. Make it weird. So let's go back. Since this is actually still a 3D project, I don't want to be rotating that, right? It might make it all fucked up. So we just want to stretch it. We want the rotation to stay at 0. So, boom.
Over here under default, I'm going to hit the circles.
Where's my preview? God, I hate shit just changes. Shit just changes out of nowhere. That's my experience with Unity. There it is, okay. Was it over here before? I did not, does it? Oh, it does not move with this background. Okay.
And we'll just call this the water reflection material.
That's not quite, okay. How does his look? Is it much smaller than the... There we go, right? That's what we want to do, is make it the size of this. How did I just... Oh, it's because it's upside down. Duh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Time to take a break. Charge my phone. Whoops. Whoops. There we go.